Hey everybody, I'm the Bigglesworth, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Along with Piggy. Now I know, you noticed something very strange. We're just going to swap back for a second. Notice anything weird? Anything different about Piggy? I'm wearing leather armor. Yep, we have gone, poor boy. We have gone as cheap as it gets. This is actually, this stuff's almost worn out too. This is leather armor that was dropped by mobs that I've killed recently. And you might be saying, well, Piggy, where's your diamond armor? Well, I had some of it that I took off because it was about to get worn out. We're going to have to get a way to get levels so we can fix that. But I had these really awesome boots. I had this really awesome pick. And I was working over on the iron farm, way down at the bottom. We'll go ahead and step through here while I talk about this, even though I don't want to talk about it. I was getting like the holding cells built for the villagers to get them ready, and I happened to open up the floor and just walk right into lava. So I lost all my stuff. So in between episodes, I've been killing off mobs that just appear, you know, because when you work at night, you don't jump into bed, they appear. And managed to collect a little bit of leather armor, so we got that going on. But we're over here in the nether. I figured I would show you this first. I've gone ahead and pulled away the netherrack from here, and I've repositioned this portal. Because, and I almost told you why. Well, I'll give you a hint. It has something to do with the way that I'm going to make the nether hub. So I wanted it where the portals, see how they kind of face each other? So you've got like the central walkway, and then you've got portals. Now that one's kind of far away, so I'm not too worried about that one. But this is going to be kind of like a central room almost, or something like that. I'm still working out the details in my little piggy brain. Not your piggy brain. Your piggy brain appears to be half gone. Yes, you. And from the look in your eye, I would say you're distracted. About as distracted as me. But we're going to go ahead and come over here. This all too familiar sight. I know what you're thinking. Piggy, don't you do it. You're going towards the villagers. Don't you do it. Well, we have to go to the villagers to get to what I'm going to do today. Now, I am going to mention the villagers for a minute, but we're not going to mess with the villagers today. Like I said, today, I want to build something. I'm about gone crazy with these little guys and all their needs and their demands. Yes, you guys. So what I did, and I'm going to go ahead, well, I'll talk about this real quick because there's something down there I want to show you as well. So I copied this world. I saved a backup. And then I opened up this world in a creative mode, and I went in there and I started killing off all the villagers, except for 2. And then I started giving them a bunch of food, and I just sat and I watched them for about an hour or so. And I plugged up that back so as they grew up, they would be stuck up here with me. And I think I ended up with about 20 villagers up here from 2 villagers in there. So I think what's going on is I have reached some kind of a cap. Let's check. I want to say that there's around 40 in there. Entity count is at 39. So I think what has happened is I've somehow managed to get so many villagers in that cell that according to the game and the way it sees the village that's up above, it's not going to make any more villagers. Well, in just a little bit of time, 2 villagers made me 20. So I'm going to do something really cool. Those 39 guys in there? Yeah, 37 of them are coming out. That's right, you nod your head, yes sir. 37 of you guys are going free. And 37 of them are getting sent down below, which is where we're going to go. I'm going to show you what's going on down there. So, still love that. That cool drop. So, coming in here, I have managed to do a little bit of off-camera work. Now, I know normally I don't like to do that, but I figured this wasn't too big of a deal because it's just we're tidying up a little bit. I went ahead and replicated the other side over here. Now, this is all empty. It does work, but it's empty. It's ready for more villagers. So here we can inspect and hold on to 10 different villagers before we want to send them off. Send them off to the salt mines, or wherever else we would want them to go. I don't think there's salt mines in Minecraft, is there? Nope. But I got this over here. It's a little bit of a storage area. Just, random junk we got going on and stuff. Because Piggy's always got the random junk everywhere. I still have to work on this section, like where you're going to board the train and write it off. And to close up this area, we haven't really got that going on. But over here is like a little access door. We can come in here, we can drop down, and I can see this lower tunnel area where the villagers are going to go when they get flushed out. Or, and I'll come over here just to show you that this is built as well. But over here we can access all the different redstone stuffs. So we've got it where it's hidden away. You don't have to look at it. But at the same time, if we ever have to get to stuff to work on it, something breaks, or we want to change a design or something, we can do that. We can easily get around. So, enough of that, of showing off all the little hidden stuff. I love that. You shut when I go by. Yeah. So we've got this area ready for when we're going to loose the villagers. I got to figure out a way to let them loose up there, but keep them all captured in minecarts and send them down in here. So we'll figure out that later. But today what I'm thinking about doing is I want to get this tunnel looking really nice. I want to make it look like it's an abandoned mine shaft. You know how they look where they've got like the pillars that come up and hold everything up? But I want to do something a little bit different. And I should be riding the rails. Here we go. I want to make it look like it's an unabandoned mine shaft. So this would look like a mine shaft that wasn't abandoned. It's actually in use. So it's going to have a little bit more design to it. It's going to look a little more upscale than the mine shafts that have been abandoned by villagers in the past. Because we're still using this. So, yep, and we won't pay attention to that section. That section just not there. Yeah, I've got to come in and fill that in. But I've come up with a design. So we're going over here. We got to go over to the tree farm. Because I have got a whole bunch of stuff to collect. We got to get us some spruce wood and a whole bunch of oak wood. And I think, we're back where we started. We're like looping. We're going in cycles. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to meet you over at the tree farm. And then I think I'll meet you at the tree farm. So I'll see you in just a minute. All right, everybody. Came over here to the tree farm. Been collecting a whole bunch of oak wood. And just, not bone meal. What am I doing? But pretty much been doing this. Just chopping down trees. And then replacing the tree I chopped down with a sapling. And while I was over here, I noticed something happening. It kind of worked out. It was like unplanned. But it worked out great. Okay, so you know how over here I'm going to put a farmer's market, right? Well, what is it about oak trees that would have something to do with a farmer's market? Let's see if you can figure that out. And I'm going to make my way over here. I hope there are no bad guys down here because it was just nighttime a minute ago. Yoop. Safe and sound. Woohoo! So come over here and check in here and look at that. Apples. That's what... I was like, apples. Of course. We could have apples in our market as well. That was weird. It's like that item just showed up in there. Let's see, what else do I need? A bunch of spruce. Let's go ahead and just take some of that. And I'm going to leave these saplings behind. And you know what? We'll leave the bone meal here too, because there's a good chance that I'll need it here before I need it somewhere else. But I really like how this farm works, and I can't wait to get the rest of the build done, where I'll be able to chop stuff down there. All that mess will stay underground. I'm going to filter out the apples and send them over to some kind of a apple stand over there. And then the saplings and leaves, if we chop leaves off, and all the wood, it's going to end up in something over here. I'm not quite sure. But since I'm over here, I'm going to go ahead and check some of these chests because I know I'm going to need a lot of cobble and polished diorite. We'll just go ahead and take some of the raw stuff. I can't remember if I need andesite. Oh well, that's okay. It's over here. We'll leave it over here for now. But I'm going to make my way over to my warehouse area, which also needs a lot of work. But we'll get to that. As soon as we can get the iron farm up and going, there are a lot of... Okay. I was like, what is that? It looked like a bow. Like a skeleton had dropped a bow, but it wasn't moving. Oh, that was weird. But yeah, there's a lot of things that I want to use iron, like for hoppers and different things like that for sorting systems. And the iron farm is just, It's the fly in the ointment is what it is. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to get some diorite. Get a bunch of diorite because we're going to need it. We're going to need a whole bunch of diorite. And I think I've got enough wood to build what I want to build. If not, I can always just come back over here. But I'm going to get this stuff collected. You know what I need to do? I think I'm going to get a chest. I'm going to get me a chest and take it over there so I can dump a bunch of this junk in there. Because it's going to make it a whole lot easier if we have a place to store stuff. Because there's going to be like a whole bunch of stuff I got to clear out as well. I can't just like get to building. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. And let's see. Crafting bench. Yep. See, look at that. 4 crafting benches. Crazy. And this is awesome. I'm glad I looked in here because I need oak fences. I need oak stairs. Is there anything else in here? I don't need half slabs. And that's empty. Oh well. Alright, so I'm going to make my way over to the portal. And then make my way over to where the villagers are. And I'll meet you over at the tunnel so we can get started. Now check this out. See that water? Watch, I'm going to put a torch. See how it gets dark? And now it's light. And now it's dark. And now it's light and dark. I never knew that. That is crazy. That's something different. Now I wonder if that is some kind of a rendering glitch or something. I don't know. Maybe something to do with lighting. Maybe how the game sees lighting. And I know you're all like, Piggy, stop getting distracted with the water, buddy. Look at what you're building so we can see it. All right, well, so here we go. Look at that. Okay, I'll play nice. I'll turn around. There we go. So this is what I've been working on. Just a very simple, basic design. Just a little more elegant, little more shape, and a little more upscale looking than maybe what an abandoned mineshaft would look like. Now, I know I'm using the spruce. Normally they use the oak. But and did I bring any with me? Nope, I left it down there in the chest. When I put the oak here, it wasn't as dark as the spruce. So there wasn't enough contrast. Contrast being like light and dark colors next to each other. It just, I don't know, it was like the oak colored wood kind of blended in with the rest. So I went for the spruce, like I've been doing in a lot of builds in this world, just for the contrast. Now, you're probably like, Piggy, why in the world are you working in the corner? There's all this tunnel. Well, okay, so look, here's the way that the pattern goes. And this is a pretty easy to see how to build pattern. And it just repeats in both directions. And it's 5 blocks wide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it's got a border on each side. So what I needed to do was make sure, because this is 3, see how it's 3? I needed to make sure that the corner fit the way it was supposed to. And then I would extend it out that way, which is where the, I don't know if you can see it. See the green way down there? That's where the cactus is. For where the villager ejector is at. And down there is the villager collection area. Now what I'm going to have to do, and I'll just hop in here, because we got to go back for some supplies anyway. See, I've got to break the wall back a little bit, all the way through. I didn't quite think through the design when I was clearing out this area, so there's a little bit more dirt work we got to do, breaking the walls back some. But, why was I coming down here? Oh no, oh this right here. Oh, did you see that? I want to show you this. I don't think I've shown you this. I thought this was pretty cool. I kept coming back from over there, and whenever I would come through here, it would send me down to this spot. Now this is where the flush area is at. When I flush the villagers out, they come out over here. Well, if I'm coming back from the portal, and I will get over here where the villagers are, the last thing I want to do is have to jump out of a cart, hop down, come up and around. So I set this up. Now underneath here, there's a little bit of redstone magic going on. Where'd it go? Somewhere right in here. I hope I don't break anything. There we go. So see, when the minecart, break that, when the minecart comes across this detector rail, it sets off the redstone. The repeater, it gives like a 1 pulse delay, so it's just a little bit of a longer wait. We'll pop down here, and right now, see how that's powered? Well, when I go across it with a minecart, it unpowers the torch. I'll go and close all this back up. And an unpowered torch for the direction and orientation of this track will turn off that switch. So let's go ahead and close this back up. And I'm going to push the minecart across and I'll show you. Watch, I'm going to set it down. Boop. See how it switched? So that's cool. So I can be riding in the minecart and I can be coming down here and I don't have to jump off and fool with all that stuff. But break that for now. Let's see. There is some stuff I need over here. I need some of this stone because I'm finding as I break the walls, see how there's like andesite and diorite and granite, as Americans would say. I know British and I think Australian, they say granite. Americans say granite. But I want the walls to be just the gray stone. I don't want it to have all the other variations and stuff in it. So I've got me some cookstone for that. But what in the world did I come down here for? I know I wanted to show you this, and I said I needed more supplies. Maybe it's more oak wood. Is it more oak wood? Let's see. It's diorite. That's what it is. Because I have a long line of diorite that I have to mimic what's on the floor all along the ceiling. So, and I got to figure out, I don't know where the 5, how it groups in 5. I don't know how it's going to line up here. So what I may end up having to do is either shorten or extend this track because I do want the track to come right out kind of like the middle. So it would be, let's see, 1, 2, 3, and it would be 4, 5. So I'm hoping a 5 wide panel lines up right here, but it may not. So that's okay. And I'm probably going to stop somewhere around in here because I haven't eaten food in a while, so I can't run around. Like, why can't I move? I haven't really worked out how I want to make this section work. And over there where the ejector is at, there's a ravine, and I want to do some kind of bridge, and I want to do some kind of thing with the ejector. So I'm not going to extend it all the way out there. And torches. Torches is the other thing I needed. That's what it was. So I'm going to gather, let's see. I know I have a bunch of coal. I've been wanting to save the coal for trading. We'll just go for broke. There's plenty of coal in them thar hills. Tell you what, there's so much coal. All you got to do is go mining for 5 minutes. You're going to find coal. So let's not be greedy, Piggy. Let's use the coal. So now that I got some more supplies, I'm going to come down here and start busting up these walls. And once I get this thing finished, I'll bring you back and we'll ride the rails and check out what the final product's going to look like. So, see? Coal. There's coal in them there hills and in them there tunnels. So, well, no problems. The coal. Oh, and more coal. There's coal there too. Stay away from the coal. Oh, I amuse myself. So, I'm going to get back to work extending this that way, and then I'll bring you back and I'll show you the final product. Alright everybody, here we go. The long tunnel finally has an upscale feel. We're moving on up. I like this. I really like this. Now for some reason, it looks just a little dark or gloomy in spots. Whoop, right around the corner. But I went ahead and checked all the areas and all the light levels. Everything looks to be good, so that'll work. And I'm going to go ahead and hop out. Nope, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and ride this to the end, and then I'll show you. But maybe you can see it real quick right here. I had to move that rail just a little bit, and here we come. Whoop, right to the end. Now, I haven't finished this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have some ejector rails right here, so they'll push me out. I'm going to have an opening right there, and on the other side of the wall, I'm going to have, just like way over there, a piece of cactus. And that cactus is going to break the minecart, send it into some hoppers, and send it over to this little thing. And I'll show you. This was really easy to make. I have seen some people, like Slipgator and Woolly Creeper, do something very similar to this. And I looked around. I couldn't find any tutorials anywhere. Oh, we'll just fill that. Oh, there's a torch there. Okay. I was going to say we'll try to fill that spot in. Well, I need to open that so you can see that then. So break this up. Break it up. So here's what we got going on. So I got a pressure plate right here, and you have a minecart in here. When you step on the pressure plate, a redstone pulse gets sent through here. It powers this block, and it makes this dispenser shoot the minecart out. Now, at the same time, while you're standing on that plate, it's sending a signal through here, shutting off the torch. Now, the torch being shut off is really important. Because see how right now the rail is activated? So if I was in a minecart right here, choom, it would take off. So when you step on that button, not only do you dispense a minecart, but you shut off the power. And I'll show you that in a minute. Whoop, I almost jumped on it. We'll show you that in a minute. So here's what it'll look like when you come off the minecart. You'll get ejected out of here. That'll collect the cart, send it in a system back over to the dispenser, ready to be used again. So I don't have to carry around minecarts with me all the time. But we step out here and into this area. Now I moved around the chests a bit. I know that they were right here, weren't they? Yeah. And right in here, and I love that, all these automatic doors for the pig. I had to move these rails around just a little bit, drop that down just so all this stuff would still work and fit. And it took me a fair bit of time to make everything line up and look the way I wanted. Now, I'm kind of iffy on the andesite everywhere, the polished andesite. I think I'm going to go ahead and go with it because it has an underground kind of subway-like feel, a little bit of an industrial feel. I think I'll stick with it, yeah. And do I have this stuff with me? I do have this stuff with me. We can go and fill that in. Because all this stuff, now that you've seen it, you've seen how it works, none of this actually has to be exposed anymore. We can just seal all this up. Look, building with Piggy. I'm building on screen. Can you believe it? Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. You get back over here. It is not time for you to do that yet. And let's see. I'm going to have to leave this spot open right here so that we can add in the minecarts until such time as I am able to get that system going. So let's see. Do I have some? Yeah, I do. So I'm say we'll put some stairs here like that. And we'll just leave this open for now, but it's going to look like that. So this is what we've got going today. We have got this area finished down here and ready for more villagers that are just waiting to be set loose upon the world. We have got kind of like some locker room storage area stuff for the subway area. We've got our train area finished, and I am going to go ahead and jump on here. Watch. Whoop, and there we go. We are off. As my dad would say, we are off like a dirty shirt. So this is the project I want you to work on today. I want you to come up with a real interesting design for a tunnel for the rails. You can kind of copy my design if you want. You can come up with your own design. I want you to take pictures of it and send it to me on Twitter. Remember, it doesn't matter if you're creative or survival, Pocket Edition, PlayStation, Xbox, PC, none of that matters. Just want to share each other's ideas for builds and stuff that we're coming up with. And I'm going to have to rework this area. We haven't really got this far yet. But I've got a cool idea that popped in my head while I was working on this for this ravine. And of course, the ravine is too small. I'm going to have to open it up if I accomplish the idea I have in my head. Oh, Piggy, always tearing out ravines and making them big. Always making more work for myself than I need to. But, and this is weird. This is like an ugly dead end. We're just going to ride the rails. You know what? We're going to take the rails back the scenic route. So, you guys get all your builds done and send them in to me. I'll tweet them back out. And I will see you in the next episode.